Good day, mateys. I'm going to show you how to do PI. I just created a new toon, so I start with nothing, with no skills at all, so I can show you what to train, until what level, and afterwards what to do after you trained all the necessary skills. First skill you want to get is this one. It's called Interplanetary Consolidation. It's about 1/2 mil. Let's inject the skill. Okay, Interplanetary Consolidation. You want to train this one until level, let me see, level 3. It's a total of 18 hours. And what it will do is it will give you extra planets to do PI on until a maximum of 6. So you got 6, 5, 4. You got 4 planets to work on now. Should be enough to get you started. Later you can train more if you like. Next one you want to train is command center upgrades. That's the one you want. And for mail again. So inject the skill. This one you want to train at least level 3 again. So we're up to a total queue of 1 day and 12 hours. So there are 2 more skills to train. That's remote sensing. You want to get it to level 1. And planetology, get it to level 1 also. Can't show it here because the skills cannot be trained on a trial account. But I'm sure you will manage. So the next step for you is to get a hauler that can haul a command center, which is 1000 cubical meters big. So either you get an Iteron like I did for a little money, or you get any of the other industrial crafts and you put some cargo expanders in it. So you have at least a cargo hold of 1000 cubic meters. Okay, once you got that figured out, you contact me or Hubber. I'll put my name and Hubber's name in this video. And you ask us what it is that we want you to fabricate. So I'm going to explain you a little bit about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, etc. products, which you can fabricate. So here it comes. Right, the next step is going to be to get in touch with one of the PI guys. That would be Axel du L'Épicerie or Hubber. I'll put our names in this video so it's easy for you to get in touch with us. Either send us a mail in game or contact us on the forums or talk to us on TeamSpeak or in one of the Corp channels. Because we will tell you what it is we need at this moment. We will negotiate with you if you want to do tier 1 or tier 2 or maybe even tier 3. And after that you will get one of the command centers. Now, you got yourself a hauler. We will give you a command center or maybe even more. And after that it's a matter of plopping the command center on the right planet. And we will even guide you towards that. So that's going to be our next step. Okay, now we get to the real interesting part, and that's setting up your PI. This is the most complicated part, so I want to walk you through the theory behind the things we're going to do in just a minute. Okay, so here it comes. Right, so let me tell you a little bit about the PI mechanics. What's going to happen is you are going to get a command center. You will get it for free from the corporation. And you will put it in the hauler that you just bought, which can carry the command center, which is 1000 cubic meters big, at least. And once we've plopped that down, we're going to upgrade it. So forget about Launchpad, I'll get to that in a second. The command center needs to be upgraded. That's why you trained your skill command center upgrades. So we're going to upgrade that to the max. Next thing comes the Launchpad. Now the Launchpad will enable you to, like you might have guessed, launch stuff from the planet to your cargo ship and vice versa. Now it also can contain a large amounts of PI stuff. So I think CCP wanted you to plop down like a storage facility, but I found out that you don't really need that. So we'll plop down a Launchpad and be happy with it. After we done that, we will go build an extractor. And the extractor will do what you might think it will do. It will extract the raw material from the planet, and the raw material could be, for instance, be microorganisms, for example. Okay, once we've harvested quite an amount of this, we can put it into something that's called a basic industry facility. So it's a basic factory pretty much. It will turn the raw material into a tier 1 commodity. Now this is where it gets interesting for the corporation. Once you've managed to fabricate this, so you've plopped down 1, 2, 3, 4 facilities and you made this, then we're happy because we can use this. You can put this in your Launchpad and lift it off and get it with your hauler and contract it to one of the PI managers or people are involved. You can drop it to me, Axel du l'Épicerie. You could go one step further. So a tier 1 commodity could be electrolytes, and you just could dump the electrolytes contracted to me, or you could take it one step further. You could install another thing called an advanced industry facility, and that could create a tier 2 commodity, let's say for instance synthetic oil. But there's a catch. You need at least one other tier 1 commodity to make a tier 2 commodity. So that would mean that you have 2 tunes doing just this, and then somewhere, either on the same planet or another one, you plop down the advanced industry facility, and the 2 tier 1 commodities will be turned into a tier 2 commodity like synthetic oil. Of course, you could go further with that and create like tier 2, 3 commodities, but let's not get carried away. Alright, so I just figured out that I cannot do PI with a trial account, because what you need is a certain skill, and that's the remote sensing skill that you guys trained. And if you cannot train that, you cannot do PI. Okay, I have been given a temperate command center and the instructions to go to a certain planet to harvest a certain raw material to turn that into a certain tier 1 product. And the raw material is autotrophs, and the tier 1 product is industrial fibers. And the planet I will show you in a minute. So let's drop the temperate command center into my hauler of choice, which is an EPITHAL. Why? I can easily ramp this up with a couple of extenders, so the cargo hold can contain a command center. It is now actually 1140, so it will fit nicely, and I can use this vessel later to transport my commodities, my planetary commodities. It has like 54,000 cubic meters worth of space. So, EPITHAL ready to launch. Let's see if there's nodes. There's no nodes. I can launch. Now, if you were to do PI in the same system, you could just undock and stay on the undock and do all your command center plopping from there. I could just stop my ship and go to the planet that I want to. You don't even have to go there, like travel there, but you would have to click on the solar system info, go to the orbital bodies tab and click on the planet. But in my case I need a temperate planet, and there is no temperate planet in the system, so I have to go to another system. I'm going to PXF, which is relatively safe to go to, so I'm just going to jump there. Okay, I'll fast forward. So here we are in PXF. I see I have some mateys here close by. Don't know what they're doing. They might be doing PI as well. There's no newts in system, so I'm relatively safe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to warp myself to a safe, and while my ship is in warp I'm going to go to the planet that I was told to go to, which is planet 2. It's a temperate planet, so I click on the name here at the top left of the system, click on the orbital bodies tab, and see that planet 2 is indeed temperate. Now next step is to right click it and to click on view in planet mode. You can see my screen change. I no longer see my ship, but I see the planet. Alright, top left is this, which says build and scan. For now you click on scan, and you click on the raw material that you were instructed to harvest, in my case, autotrophs. So you get like this, what is it, I don't know, temperature scale, something like that. The white spots are the hot spots, and this thingy slider at the top you can adjust so you have just a couple of white spots. You don't want it all white, you don't want non-white, you want something in between like this. So then you find like the biggest white spot you can see, or maybe two together like here, and that's where we're going to plop our command center. Now you don't want to plop it smack in the middle of a white area, just outside. So you click on build, click on command centers, in this case temperate command center, you click on that, and you plop it somewhere here. Now if you go back to your planet later, this is where the program will go to. So if you're harvesting, let's say here, you don't want to plop your command center here, because you will always have to rotate the planet to get to your facilities. You don't want that. So you want the command center close to where you harvest, but not smack in the middle. Okay, that's it. After you've done that, you click submit. Always with everything you do in PI, top left something will appear. If you changed something, this little window will appear and ask you to click submit or cancel. I will submit. Alright. Then I will double click my command center and upgrade it to the max. Now because I have trained my skills a bit further than you guys, I can upgrade it until level 5. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. You probably can go until here, or here, I don't know, I'm not sure. Depends on how much you trained. And you click on upgrade, which means I can build more facilities. That's basically it. Okay, click submit, and that's fine. Command center is ready. Now I could just go back to the station, dock there, and do everything from there, but since there's no newts in system, I'll just stay on my safe spot and start building while I'm in space, which is not necessary again, but you know. Okay, next step would be to build an extractor. So I click on extractor control units and click on temperate extractor control unit. Of course, if you go to an ice planet, it would say ice extractor control unit. I hope you understand that. So this one I will put smack in the middle of the white area, and I will click submit, and I will double click it because I have to adjust some settings and actually tell it to start harvesting. So you get this little window, you click on the left icon, survey for deposits, and you get another new window, which is this one. First thing to do is on the right you set the raw material that of your choice. So it's autotrophs for me. I will get my little scale map back, and what you want to do is install a couple of extractor heads. Now depending on your skills, you can do either 2 or 3 or 4. notice that the power usage is going up here. So you guys want to do maybe 3. I'm going to do a few more since my skills are higher, but don't, you guys should stick to 3 for now until your skills are higher. Maybe even some more. Okay. For me it's still fine. Then next thing is this slider, which is really important. This determines excuse me. This determines the cycle. So let's say you put this on 2 days, which I usually prefer. That means every 2 days you will have to reactivate your extractor head units. If you say no, I'm going to do it only once a week, you put it on 1 week, and you will have to adjust the position of your extractor heads, because then the area on which they gather material is bigger. So you would have to do this. You will harvest more material if you set it to a smaller period of time. So that's why I think 2 days is fine by me. It's still doable, and it will harvest a nice amount of raw material. Let's put this on 2 days. There we go. Okay, everything's set. These are set. This is set. I can click Install Programs and click Submit. And from this moment on, my extractor is gobbling up raw material. So that's good. You can see it gathering here. Maybe you see a little dot there. It will complete the full cycle. You can check your cycle by clicking on the extractor head control unit. And you see that it's a cycle of 30 minutes. Of course, and this is the total cycle. But every 30 minutes it will put whatever it has gobbled up in the control unit. So that gives you kind of an overview. Okay, next step. I'm sure CCP would like you to build a storage facility, but I found out that it's not really necessary, because the spaceport has a huge amount of storage room. So we're just going to use that. So click on Temporate Launchpad. Plop 1. Try to get it as close as possible to the extractor head unit. Not here, but really close. Why is that? Because the next thing we do is we will create a link, and the link also costs power. So you don't want to use too much power, so you can build more facilities. Okay, what I will do is use Control and click. Control click while I'm hovering over one of the facilities, and it will make a line. Of course, the line has to go here. It's my link between the 2 facilities, and then I click Submit. So these are now linked. But I haven't told the extractor head unit blah blah thingy yet that whatever it gathers should be transported here. So I will do that now. I will click on this temporate extractor control unit, then click on the second icon from the left, which is products. You can see there's also already some products there. It says it's not routed, so I'm going to route it. I'm going to click it, create route at the bottom, then click the launchpad and click create route. Now, it gives me an error. It says that route cannot be created as adding traffic. Okay, it gives me 1 second. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Over the links with the travel create dangerous levels of congestion, which means that I have to upgrade my link. I'm not sure if you guys will encounter the same problem, but just to show you how to fix that, you keep this window open, you click on the link here, and you will see the link that you just created, the little line. You click on it, double click on it even, and on the left it says upgrade link, and you upgrade the link. Now, I think it's a bit worthless that CCP put this in there, because it's just a waste of money, but they wanted to add it to the game, so there we go. And now we should be able to move our autotrops by routing them to the launchpad, and there you go. Click Submit. Now everything that's gathered here will be stored there. Next thing to do is build a basic industry facility. So I click here on basic industry facility, and I'm going to place 2 on this side, on the other side of the extractor head thingy. So as close as possible to the spaceport, launchpad, but not on it because that will not fly. If you try to put it here, it's red. You cannot, it will say, this doesn't work. It will even move your planet, apparently. Okay. So somewhere here would be fine. Okay. Create the links. Now I have to wait until there's some material in my launchpad before I can route it to the factories. But what I can do, I'll click on submit. What I can do is tell the factories what to create and where to put the materials that they have manufactured. So I click on the factory. On the left it says schematics. I have been given instructions to create, let me see, what were my instructions? I had to gather autotrophs, and they were used for industrial fibers. So I click on the I. We will do industrial fibers. I click on that, I click on install. Alright, now as we have forwarded, fast forward, if you look closely here you see a little blue thingy there, which means we have some products there, we have some raw material, autotrophs, quite a large amount. So we can now tell the autotrophs where to go. We click on autotrophs, we click on create route, we click on one of our facilities, basic facilities, and click on create route, and of course on submit. Now you see the outer circle lighting up, which means it's now active. It's actually producing tier 1 products. So there you go. You do the same with the other one. So click on the factory, click on the launch pad, click on storage, click on the material you have produced, click on create route, click on the, what's it called, basic industry facility, and click on create route, and click on submit. So this is the basics, the minimal you need for tier 1 products. And what you want to do is you want to find a balance between the amount of extractor heads that you are using and the amount of factories. Maybe you need more factories and less extractor heads, or vice versa. You have to kind of tinker with that. Some people like to calculate it. I just use trial and error to find that out. For me, I'm gonna add some more basic facilities because I have some power grid left. Let's plug them really close. I can see my power grid going up as I plant down new facilities and putting in links. And I see that I can still add some more. So I'm going to just do that. But I think you guys, you know enough now to start your PI. This was the basic information you needed. So I'm going to leave you at this. And if you have any more further questions, you can contact me, Axel du L'Épicerie, or Hubber Production, Hubberprod. You can see our names in the bottom of the screen now. And I hope that your PI will make you filthy rich. Alright, this is enough for now. Bye bye.